Hey guys, Nick here. I know a couple weeks ago I did a video kind of critical of people who were investing a lot of time and energy into the Ron Paul campaign. And it wasn't really a criticism of Ron Paul himself, it was more a criticism of the idea of voting and how voting is working within the current political framework. And since the current political framework, i.e. government, is immoral, you shouldn't give your validation to that system. But that being said, Ron Paul today proved that he is, by any shadow of a doubt, the sharpest tack in government. If you guys haven't seen it, I watched it on a clip from C-SPAN. It was Ron Paul grilling Ben Bernanke about inflation and the price of gold. If you guys haven't seen it already, search for it. It's quite a cool clip. Ron Paul is talking about the stimulus plans and saying that all the money that the Fed has printed in the last 2 years could have given every single American $17,000, but instead all of that money goes to the too big to fail banks and yada yada yada. And Ben Bernanke's claiming that, oh well, the Fed is actually the biggest profit driver for the United States, even though that money that they loaned out, which was repaid, was basically printed out of thin air. So of course it's not really profit, it's just inflation waiting to happen. But the funniest part about this exchange was that Ron Paul mentions, he says, well, you know, Ben Bernanke, the price of gold today is $1,580, which, by the way, is an all-time high. And he says, Ben Bernanke, do you care about the price of gold? And Ben Bernanke says, well, I watch the price of gold. Ron Paul says, do you think it's money? He goes, no, it's not money. So Ben Bernanke thinks that gold is not money. And then he goes on to say, well, it's a commodity and it's not money in the sense that treasury bonds are not money. And da-da-da. It's like, no, it's not money in the same sense that the treasury bonds are not money. I'm sorry, Ben Bernanke. Oh man. It just shows how they are way off. And the most interesting part of that exchange, I think, was when Ron Paul says, well, if gold is not money, then how come the Fed holds it? And then Bernanke goes, because it's an asset, it's a commodity. And Ron Paul says, well, why don't you hold diamonds? And Ben Bernanke says, well, I guess gold is a long-standing tradition. So that's the reason why the Fed holds gold and not any other asset or commodity, is because according to him, it's just a tradition. That's it. He doesn't really know why. He doesn't really understand it. But anyway, pretty amazing. If you guys haven't seen that clip, it's pretty cool. And yes, I do think that Ron Paul is the sharpest tack in the U.S. government these days. But I still don't think you should vote for him. Anyway, that's my 2 bit cents. Take care, guys.